Hi, welcome back to English 110 Online. This week, November 13th through 19th, we're going to be working on our presentations, preparing and presenting. Hi, welcome back to English 110 Online. This week, we're going to be continuing with our presentations, preparing and presenting them. And this week, we're going to be looking at a Google slide presentation. I want you to view the video for this week, which you're doing right now. Review Chapter 9 and the Google slide presentation on Chapter 9 if you need to. We just went over it last week, but you can look at it again this week if you need to. And then view the Google slide presentation on how to make a Google slide presentation, because that's what you're going to be doing, and then you'll turn it in on the Turnitin link. So let's take a look at this, making a Google slide presentation first. And I have it already pulled up here. So let's just take a look at that. I'll just look at it like this, slide by slide. When you're making a Google slide presentation, this is from your text, page 159. It refers to Microsoft PowerPoint, but it also will apply to Google Slides or any presentation software, because Google Slides is actually based on the same software as the Microsoft PowerPoint. So the important things to remember: don't include too much information on any one slide. Keep it simple, using brief phrases instead of full sentences, limiting each screen to no more than 4 or 5 main points. Don't use more than 2 type fonts or styles on a given slide. It just makes it cleaner and easier to read if you keep it simple. Maintain consistency through the presentation using capitalization, underlining, spacing, other types of things that you can use to enhance your slides, but be consistent with it so that your audience is not confused by all the things that you're doing. And include no more than 25 slides in any one presentation. The PowerPoint slides depicted in Figure 9.2 in your book reflect those principles, so you can take a look at those. Responding to workplace emergencies, kinds of emergencies, bomb threat, fire. See, they're all very easy to read, and they're not cluttered up with too much information. Google Slides is actually the reverse-built Microsoft technology to perform the way PowerPoint does, so you can use Google Slides instead of having all the fancy things that PowerPoint will do for you. But it's free, and you have access to it because you have a Google email account here at Nash Community College. So it saves automatically, and it can be accessed from anywhere, just like your Google Docs. And so I am a big fan of Google Slides, and so that's why I'm asking you to use Google Slides instead of PowerPoint. Follow these steps. Sign into your student email account. Notice the icon at the top where you access your Google Docs and your Google Drive. And in this case, we're going to click on the one that says Slides right there. Once you are there, you'll create a new one, a slide presentation, by clicking on the one that has the plus there for the new one. And then once you're into that, this will come up. And so if you're familiar with PowerPoint, it looks a lot like PowerPoint. It's a little simpler. So you're ready to start typing at that point. You want to choose a theme. You can change it later if you want to, but you can go over there and do that. Add your title, something like this: how to use a curling iron. Add a subtitle if you wish. However, what you don't fill in won't show up so on the presentation itself. So if you don't want a subtitle, don't put it, and it'll be fine. click the down arrow beside the plus sign right under the word file to add new slides, and then you can have a choice of slides that you want to add from there. And then once you add a new slide, you're ready to fill it in. You can add a text box or insert an image on a blank file if you want to. You can click on the text box icon to draw your text box on the blank slide. And then you can also type your text inside the text box and try to make your text a readable size. And then to insert an image, you can click on the image icon, and then once you do that, you'll get a screen like this one, and you can find your image and upload it, or you can drag your image onto the slide if you already have it on your desktop. Don't include more than one numbered instruction per slide. Follow the guidelines for how large the font should be and maximum number of words. Make sure your images are sized appropriately. Follow the guidelines on page 159 in your text. And your goal is to make it as easy to read and follow as possible. So if it's not easy to read and follow, then you have defeated the purpose. This slide uses white text color because the background is dark. If you have a light background, you'll want to use a dark font. And change font color to a color that's easy to read. Use light colors on dark, dark colors on light. Just to show you, see, this is hard to read because it's dark on a dark. This is easier to read. But this is even easier to read, so be kind to your reader's eyes. That's the thing. You want to make it easy for whoever is looking at your presentation to do that. You want to add speaker notes to each slide. This will take the place of what you would say if you were actually making a video. So since this is meant to stand alone, typing in what you say is necessary. Use your best grammar and mechanics here because it is a reflection of your professionalism. Okay, so that's how you create a Google slideshow. Now, here's the assignment for this week. This comes from exercise 9.3 in chapter 9 in your text. Prepare and deliver a 5 to 10 minute oral presentation in which you explain how to use a specific mechanical device related to your field of study or employment. Now, this is the same assignment that we had last time, except this time we're going to make a slide presentation out of it. So you can use that same outline that you used last time. You can use the same steps and everything that you went through, the same procedure, but this time you're going to make the Google slide presentation. And so I've included here the guidelines from your text. You can access them in your text if you want to see them a little larger and easier to read. And include visual images saved as files, JPEG files, GIF files to illustrate or add value to your presentation. In other words, telling someone how to use a piece of equipment may be okay for some of your audience, but some will need to see it as well. So use words and visuals for a better presentation. And once you've done this and created your Google slideshow, then you're going to save it and submit it on the Turnitin link, as we always do. And so go back to the middle page. Here is the Google assignment, Google slide presentation, Turnitin link. And this Turnitin link will accept Google slide files as well as the documents that you've been turning in. So that's what we're doing this week. And I hope you're enjoying this and having some fun with it. This is my favorite part of the grading part, when I get to see your presentations. Next week is Thanksgiving break, and then I'm going to not assign anything new for Thanksgiving break, but I'm going to ask that if you're behind on something, if you want to go back and make up something you missed in the past, then that week will be the time to do it. And so try to have everything that you've fallen behind on and are late on by the end, November the 26th, by that end of the week of Thanksgiving break. After Thanksgiving, we have a very short time until we're finished with the course. So we'll be still working on the procedure, description, and virtual presentation, but we'll just continue to work on that until we get to our portfolio assignment for that. So I hope you have a great week. Call me if you have any questions. Email me. Come by my office, and so I will be in my office the week of Thanksgiving on Monday and Tuesday, but I will not be there Wednesday through the end of the week. But anyway, I think you'll enjoy this slideshow presentation. Maybe it'll be a little less intimidating than the video that you had to make last week. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you later.